Hey guys, Doug the Retirement Guy. Should I have AMZY in my retirement fund for more income? They're advertising a 26.3% annual dividend yield. I would love to have that. Let's check it out today. AMZY is from the Yield Max Amazon Option Income Strategy ETF. So basically, what they're doing is they're selling Amazon options. They are not directly investing in Amazon, but what they're doing is they're selling options in their ETF fund to create income from the ups and downs of Amazon. Their distribution rate is 26.34% and a 30-day yield of 3.13%. If we take a look here, there's a multiple things. YieldMax does a lot of this. They will invest capital into U.S. Treasury bonds, notes, and then they buy into the Amazon package. So they have a mixture of cash, interest, Treasury bills, and then, of course, doing the options on the Amazon side of it. So it's a multifaceted to generate income versus just buying Amazon, selling Amazon, and being done with it. So the question here is, why would we invest into AMZY? Well, of course, we're going to go for the high returns, so that 26% return rate, or we see that 3.13% on a 30-day yield. The 26% basically is a specific time period and likely include both dividends, interest, and capital gains, which we showed earlier that they do get that from the Treasury bonds. So it's a fairly safe factor of getting from the Treasury bonds, but doing the options trading gives it a little more risk. That's why you're getting a little bit bigger return. So they always put that out there and say that under a strategy of options trading, there's potential for the volatility of the fund. It can go up and down. Now, when we get into the 3.13 30-day yield, I love this because normally when you see a yield number this high for the next 30 days, it means there's a strong income opportunity, and that's including payouts coming out from the fund. So it's a positive that you're saying the SEC is looking at this and saying this is a good cash, I wouldn't say a cash cow, but it's a good cash flow coming through. Now, they offer monthly payouts, but always remember, these are never guaranteed. The nice thing about it, though, is you do have the reinvestment potential with the monthly payouts that you can reinvest into dividends to enhance your overall returns, continuously compounding the your effects and the improvement. We here at the Retirement Channel, I enjoy regular cash flow. I like getting that weekly or that monthly check that we can pay our bills for, we can budget for, we can do everything to meet our financial goals. So it's really, to me, is monthly is, I always like to say monthly is my minimum that I like to have. I love weeklies, but monthly payout is definitely where we want to have it. And then finally, it's a cost-effective way to, and I probably shouldn't put it this way as invest into Amazon Train. But it's the best way of being able to take a little bit of money and get some of the returns that Amazon's creating out there in the marketplace. So let's take a look at the return on AMZY, and you can see here that in 1 month the mark is 2.69, but your NAV, the value of it, is actually 3.10. If we take a look at the 3 month, they're at 12%. You take a look at the 6 month, they're at 8%. Year to date, they're right in the same as the 1 year deal because this fund is just about a year and a half old. But you're looking at 34% growth, and since inception that they're 59 or 60% right around there. So it's a very strong, I think this shows to be a very strong fund. We put this into our calculator, and it's the return of AMZ from day one. So if we would have bought this on day one at $19.81, put $10,000 into it, we would have been able to buy 504 shares. And then you look all the way down, like I said, the 4 months of 23, all of 24, and just the first month of 25. And it's shocking that in 25, the value of that stock is still at 19.81%. So there was no growth over those 18 months. There was a little bit of drip and drop off in 2024, but it showed that it recovered back in December, and it's pretty much trying to hold where it's always been. The big thing goes over to the dividend side. If you look at this thing, it's paying the minimum 37 cents. It's paying all the way up to $1.17 a month. but it puts you right in that mid 50, 55 cent range on a standard regular consistency. So over the 18 months, you would have collected $5,820 or 58.2%. Or you take a look at your fund would be worth virtually the same thing, $5,820 or 58.2% over the past 18 months. So right there, I'd be very, very impressed that you got some nice dividends out of it, and you got some nice, smooth, comfortable package on AMZY. We decided to take a break a little bit more and break out 2024. Let's see in the past 12 months what would have happened if we invested that same $10,000 in January 1. Well, we would have bought a few less shares, and that's 498 shares we would have bought. So at the end of December, our fund would still be at $10,084.66. So we made $84.66 or 0.84% on our initial investment. We would have received dividend returns of $4,492 or 44.92%. For a total on the fund is 45.77% as a total return. So right off the bat, guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm giving this thing a big thumbs up for the past 12 months. Better than what they're advertising at that 26% rate. So I'm looking here and saying, yeah, I can get 44% off of some money invested into AMZY. The next thing I always look at is the bar chart, basically the price adjustments over time. And if you look at this, the AMZY is flat and stable. There are no big mountains or there's no big valleys that we're dropping into or falling, going up or down in. It's a fairly flat for 18 solid months. If you look at the average price, it's $20.75 over the lifetime of the fund. Over the past year, the average price is $21. So as of today, the price is down below that average rate. So it could possibly be a nice time to invest some money into this. But the chart shows it is holding a price value over long periods, which again, in investing in for retirement, that is a magical little number that you want to look at. A flat, stable line across the board. And it's holding over an 18-month period. It's quite impressive. So let's take a look at the AMZ summary. The stock return over lifetime is 0, but over the last 12 months, it's about 0.847%, just a hair under 1%. So I do give this a thumbs up because it's that flat and stable program. The dividend return, again, over lifetime, 58.2 or 44.92% over the last 12 months. That, guys, is giving you a regular cash flow of 3.74% a month or $374 a month on a $10,000 investment. So I could easily sit down and budget out spending $374 every month coming in just from a $10,000 investment. So again, I got to give this one a big, strong thumbs up. And I also got to tell you, this is bigger than the 26.34% that they talked about. So I can tell you now, yeah, you can get 44% off of this thing. I'm not afraid to promote and have this one in my fund. So a total stock return, 58.2%, including the dividends over the lifetime, and then over the past 12 months, it's 45.77%. Again, another thumbs up. You are getting all your dividends as your growth, and which is great. In a retirement portfolio, that's what you want. So is AMZ good for my retirement account? Well, my answer, as you can hear in my voice, is a definitely yes. You want to have this in your fund, in my opinion, ASAP. You don't have to start with $10,000. You can start with a smaller amount, but you got a strong, strong return coming from this thing. Now remember, the NAV is flat, which means your value is holding over a long period of time, 17 months already compared, is that it's a flat system. So you're not going to get a lot of growth out of this. But where you're going to get is your dividend of 44.92%. And that dividend is unbelievable strong. So to me, this fund seems to have it all figured out. They're holding tight. They're giving you the dividends that you're looking for. They're giving you some fixed income. I'm looking forward to 2025. I definitely will be investing into this one, into our retirement packages, just to make sure that we can stay on top of it and keep our viewers up to date of what is going on with this fund. So again, Doug, the retirement guy, I hope you like what we're getting. If you do, hit that like button. That helps the channel a lot. The other thing is hit that subscribe. And if anything, leave comments. What do you think about what we're doing here? Do you like us reviewing these stocks for your portfolios, or do you not like the information? I'm open for everything. Positive, negative. Tell me what you think. We just want to keep improving the channel. Everything helps the channel grow. And again, I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.